Hey guys, we are going to go through a quick review of all the different things that we have done to factor polynomials. Factoring is a huge thing that we're doing this unit, so we need to make sure that we remember how to do this. So basically, for the greatest common factor, you are looking for whatever the two things have in common. So for example, I can break 10 down into 2 times 5. So both of these terms have a 5 in common. There is an x in both terms. And there's at least 3 y's in both terms. So I can take out, I'm going to divide both terms by 5x y to the third. And see what's left. So 5x y to the third goes on the outside of my parentheses. And then I look to see what's left. So if I cancel out a 5 here, I'm left with a 2. If I take out 1x, I had 2 x's here. So 1x, I'm left with a 1x on there. And then 3 y's, if I take 3 out of 4, I'm left with 1 y left. I'm left with 1 y. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so that cancels out that first term. And then the second term, if I take out or divide out a 5, an x, and 3 y's, I've basically divided out everything. So I need to leave a place. So I'm going to make sure I put -1 if everything is the same. So that is my answer for that. When a equals 1, meaning there's no coefficient in front of that a squared. Remember, we're going to just do our x, and we want the term that they multiply to get on the top, on the term that they add up to on the bottom. So on the top, we put our c term, which is -25. And on the bottom, we put our b term, which is +10. So I'm looking for all the different ways I can multiply two numbers to get -25, but that they add up to get +10. So 25, let's see. If I do -5 times -5, that's going to give me +25, so that's not going to work. I feel like these are backwards, that they should have been a different way. Okay, I think that this is written wrong. I'm going to rewrite it. I think this should be 1a squared minus 10x plus 25. So I think this should be a plus 25 up here and a minus 10 down here, because then we could have -5 and -5. I don't think we could have had anything else. So I'll check and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is supposed to be. So then we are going to do x minus 5 times x minus 5. And that is going to be our answer. You could also write that as x minus 5 squared, the multiplicity of 2. If we were graphing, that might come in handy. Okay. And then if a does not equal 0 or does not equal 1, we start by multiplying these two together. So I'm going to rewrite this as x squared plus 13x minus 14. And then I'm going to do the same where I take -14. I'm going to see what two numbers multiply to give me -14, but add up to give me 13. So I'm thinking that would be 14 times 1. 14 times -1 would give me -14. And 14 plus -1 is going to give me 13. So there we go. So I'm going to have 14 and -1. So that is going to be x plus 14 x minus 1. And then the step on this one is we have to go back and divide both of these by 2. So this first term is going to be x plus 7. And the second one, we can either leave it as x minus 1/2, depending on what we need. We can either leave it that way, or we can bring that 2 up in front of the x. So we would also say x plus 7 times 2x minus 1. For what we're going to do this unit, you probably want to make sure that you're doing it this way. So if you have a denominator on one of your factors, you're going to bring that coefficient or bring that denominator up to be a coefficient. Okay, and then the difference of squares, basically I need to take the square root of the first term, which is going to be 10b, and then the square root of the second term, and it's always different, so it's always a minus sign there. So this is going to be 6c, and basically you're going to do a plus b times a minus b. So this is a is 10b and b is 6c, so I'm going to do 10b plus 6c and 10b minus 6c. And that is how you do the difference of squares. All right, that's your quick review. If you have any questions, just let me know.